Right now, we're going to focus on page 35 in our lab notebooks, which is the ramp lab for the relationship between position and the square of time. Back on page 31 in our lab notebooks, when we first looked at the relationship between position and time, we ended up with a graph that we determined was going to have that relationship: position is proportional to the square of time. In order to linearize that relationship, in order to make that data into a straight line, we determined that we would need to plot our positions on the y-axis and the square of our time values on the x-axis. On page 35, we're going to have this data table: 3 columns and 7 rows. The first column is going to be our positions with the units of meters. The positions that we're going to be using are the same positions from day 1 of this lab that we would have on page 31 in that first column. Our positions are going to be 0.10 meters, 0.20 meters, 0.30 meters, 0.40 meters, 0.50 meters, and 0.60 meters. The second column is going to be our average time, which we will measure in seconds. We calculated the average time on page 31 from the last page in our data table on page 31. You can copy those values down onto page 35 in this second column. Once you have that all of those averages copied down into this second column, you can square those values, multiply them by themselves, and write that answer in this last column of our data table. After this data table is completely filled out on page 35, you're going to plot your positions on your y-axis and the square of time on our x-axis. Then you're going to do some calculations with those data points. These calculations can go underneath our data table, and these are what I would like you to have done. We're going to have a graph with our position on the y-axis and the square of our times on our x-axis. Our data points, they might not be perfect, but one thing that we should be seeing is as the square of our time increases, so too does our position, and it looks like it will have some linear relationship. What you are going to do with this is you should have already finished this first bullet point underneath our calculations. Linearize the data using the graphical method summary. That third column in your data table is where you already did this. So that first one should be done. Then you are going to calculate the slope for your line using real-world terms. So you can use points on the line itself to figure out what the slope is going to be. The slope of that line right there. Then you are going to figure out the y-intercept, the point where it's going to intercept the y-axis. In this case, at a time squared of 0 squared seconds, what is the position in meters? Then you are going to write that mathematical model in real-world terms. So we will know what's on our y-axis is equal to our slope of the line that we would have calculated with real-world terms, times the variable that is on your x-axis, plus your y-intercept in real-world terms. Remember, don't leave it as y equals mx plus b. Tell me what the y is, what the m is, what the x is, and what the b is. After you're done with that, use your graphical method summary to write the written relationship between these two variables, our position and the square of time. And then after you have finished with plotting the data points, drawing the line of best fit, and these 4 calculations, the slope, the y-intercept, the mathematical model, as well as the written relationship, you're going to move on to working on your discussion for a little bit with this lab. You'll need to update your table of contents. That will be on page 36 in your lab notebook. 36, it will be our ramp lab discussion for our position versus the square of time. On page 36, you're going to have that page number, page 36, the date you first started working on this page, as well as that title, our ramp lab, which is going to be the ramp lab discussion for position versus the square of time. These are the two questions that I would like you to write down. What units does the slope of your linearized line have? Because we're going to have a graph that has our position on the y-axis and the square of time on our x-axis. Figure out what the slope of the line is, and then what the units should be for that slope. Then what I'm going to ask that you're going to do is to compare the slope of your velocity versus time graph. That should be on page 33 in our lab notebook. It's going to be some number of meters per second every 1 second. I would like you to compare that against the slope of your position versus the square of time graph that you would have just calculated on page 35. That will be some number of your units that you would have from your previous discussion question. Once you have finished answering these two discussion questions, then we can move on to writing the general equation for the relationship between position and the square of time. That will be on an additional video that you can find in the Google Classroom.